Cheers. What's up?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. I'm
Word,
pretty
word.
much, dude. I'm pretty much stoked for this episode because
You has
I
game
don't know.
talks.
Well, more so, this is like the first time in many months we didn't have a guest. It might be like a whole year since we didn't have a guest. Um,
What'd you do to
we
him?
I brought or I extorted all of our guests previously, and it caught on, and so
Yeah.
anyway, we've got Coleman in the chat says Hill Art Bros. Thank you, Brew.
What's up, Cole man?
So yeah, I figure a gaming talk stream is uh, probably going to be slower than other streams, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't know how many. I don't know how many gamers. I feel like everybody games, but I think that's just me thinking dumbly. What do you think?
Well, in the CG groups, I know Malin kind of looks down on video games quite heavily.
Well,
Um,
it's Maitland.
you know,
Yeah.
so I don't know how other people. I mean, when you're doing jobs like this, I mean, you
Mm.
really do need to concentrate and not waste time with little, polygons and your
Polygons.
multiplayers and your Fortnites. You really don't need to be doing that. When you've
Mm.
got work to do, get the work done.
It is true.
But
Malin brings that up all the
now that I
time.
say that, though, you can't draw in the bed. I mean, you can if you got a cool apparatus, but you can't draw in
Mm.
the bed before going to sleep.
Mm.
You know, so
Look, I have a different my view on this has changed over the years. Um,
mhm.
Coleman says Malin looks down on everything, which is true. Which is true. I don't know how tall he is. He might literally look down on everything. Um, however, Oliver's here too. What's up from 656? Ollie's here.
What up,
Um,
Oliver? What's up, Chris Fisk?
and Chris Fisk is here.
Yeah.
So I agree. But like I said, my view on this changed over time. It's kind of gone back and forth. It
Hmm.
kind of sways with how much I'm actually working and digging one thing. I realize I just get obsessed with certain things. At some point, I'm obsessed with a certain game. Sometimes I'm obsessed with like trying to create a new story.
Hmm.
Sometimes I'm obsessed with like learning the lyrics of a song. But the point is that's just how my mind works. So I don't try to like deprive the mind of that because it's back there.
You
It's
trying to
back there.
memorize like old time Cisco?
Yeah, dude, I've been trying to learn the thong
I'm
song
going
for 30
down,
years.
down, baby. No string in the way. Go, boom, boom, baby. Ready to let it go.
Oh man. Yeah,
Sorry.
I wish that was the case, dude. No, I'm over here. I'm over here addicted to Elden Ring instead.
Nice.
But it's you say it's nice, but at the same time, it does kill the time. However, there's a draw from it, and I think that's one good thing. Games, I think, are experiences, and that's my whole spiel about it would be. It's not really you. It's not you going out to the beach every day for, you know, and laying on the beach looking at girls. It's like a more of an experience where you're kind of learning shit on the way. Like I learned the subtleties of taking it slow with art through a
Hmm.
motorcycle racing game. I kid you not. I learned how to slow down from driving fast on a racing game, and take that, Malin. That's all I'm saying. Uh, eat that one, Malin. So
Hey,
what were you gonna
well,
bring up? I'm sorry.
my first like story with games in general was, and I've said this 100 times. I mean, I wouldn't be into art as heavy as I was if it wasn't for being a gamer when in the '90s. I had the Super
Mm,
Nintendo and the Genesis, and we had the regular Nintendo, and I was good at Duck Hunt and all that. On the flip
mm.
side of the same Mario Brothers,
Heck yeah,
cartridge.
yeah. Duck Hunt, baby.
So the game that made me go, oh my god, I want to make game art,
Mm,
because I was already cartooning. I loved Batman and all that stuff, and I was drawing Ninja Turtles, and I've even got some of those drawings too. So if you
hmm.
guys ever want to just check that
Yeah,
out, I
yeah.
got
You got them on
kid
your website,
drawings.
right?
I don't know if I got the kid drawings on the website. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. But That's ThevenotArt.com, guys.
Mm.
But I was playing Hook on Genesis.
Mm.
Not a great game, not a super praised one, but it was a platformer and it was Hook, and I really was into Hook at the time.
That's Super
So
NES or Genesis.
Genesis, Super NES, it was on Sega CD as well. Each one of them had their own different soundtracks,
Mm-hmm.
so and graphic fidelities, but I like the Sega one the best. Um, but it was just the way the art was in the background that made me go, I want to learn to make that because it was so cool. Like you can make whatever you want. If you can draw the background, you're creating a world, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, game art's where I want to be. So I wouldn't be into art as heavy if I wasn't playing video games like Earthworm Jim and Hook and
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
crazy that Hook is one of your call outs.
Yeah, because it's a way out of left field. Way
Yeah,
out of left field.
I wouldn't have guessed that one
No,
at
that's the
all.
thing that got me started. And then Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger and
Hmm.
those things started popping up.
I have a
So,
suspicion many of us are like Oliver here. First love is video games, and that's one of the reasons why you're drawing. So it's kind of like
blasphemy.
it might pull away from your time, but it really is like the inspiration for some of it. And I would say it's almost the same for me. It's kind of like art in general comes before video games,
Mm-hmm.
but comics, drawing comics specifically, maybe comes before the video game love from back in the day. Um,
Oh, Fantasy Star.
let me see.
Oh,
Let me-
Fantasy Star was that thing, dude.
so
Yes.
when you were 10, that means you're
Oh,
45. No, I don't know. I don't know how old you are, Chris. Mom bought me Sega Master System and Fantasy Star. I do remember seeing that freaking the the art on the cover. I do remember
but he
that for
wanted
Fantasy Star.
Shinobi instead.
Dude, everybody wanted Shinobi instead,
Yeah.
dude. I remember stealing Shinobi from somebody. Not stealing, you know, like we had a sleepover and I like accidentally took it in the backpack.
Accidentally.
You know what I mean? I didn't know, bro, and I had to like walk it back to
That's
his
the
house.
kind of accidental spelled with AX,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that. So he says he loves RPGs. I think you're in that boat as well.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah,
right?
Oliver with TMNT. Yeah, I was digging that one too.
Mhm.
The overhead one wasn't that the
Yeah, dude.
overhead one?
TMNT has changed my life. Like literally started karate, but probably because of it at like 5.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, oh, actually, ever since this movie. So that was
Cowabunga,
1990.
dude.
Yeah. So that was 1990. Ever since I saw that, I was like, dude, I need to do
Yeah.
some. I need to throw some ninja stars.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Then I was
I got the Catapano official headband in the back there now. It's mounted. Um, I need to have a better setup where everyone can see that at all times. However, yeah, that's really transformed me, and I think the arcade game only added to it. You remember the first arcade game had such a good soundtrack.
yeah.
Jesus.
It was at a Chuck. The one that I always saw was at Chuck E. Cheese because that's
Hmm.
where 10, like 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh,
That's
speaking of,
I think it was
I,
like 10 or 11 birthday. I think I was there just feeding that thing quarters
yeah, I know. Right? Now I got to
or
bring up
tokens.
a visual aid here because I didn't hear about this until just a little bit ago. Have you heard about this? What they're doing? PlayStation. It was on PlayStation's. I don't know whatever they call their PlayStation announcement show. I can't remember. I'm not that
Sure,
PlayStation. Anyway,
PlayStation
let me
Live.
bring up the screen. We were speaking of turtles, and so this brings it to mind. Yeah, Chris Fisk says TMNT on the NES.
Oh, there's that new one coming out, dude.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Shredder's Revenge.
Shadow's Revenge, but
Yeah.
this came on the
What?
PlayStation. You know what this is? This is
No.
everything. This is pretty much everything. It's like I think it's missing like 3 games, but it's like everything.
Give us a list. What do you mean everything?
Okay, so arcade number 1. So that's number 1, 2. I think number 3, Turtles in Time. Obviously, the two turtle fighting games. I can't remember the names.
Yeah,
of them.
yeah. I remember
Um,
those.
that also
Hyperspace. one of the fighting.
Yeah, we can look up the
games.
list.
Yeah, I'll look.
Anyway, I was searching it here, but all the games. This is the game we were talking about. This is the arcade game on NES. However, everything's coming with the Cowabunga edition. Anyway, something like this was. I knew it was eventually coming, but I didn't expect it right now. So it's coming soon.
It's got.
You gonna look it up? Nice.
I hope we get a list.
They put it through the video. We could watch the trailer. I guess that would be fun.
They didn't put a simple list in. Give me. Okay, here it is. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade, Turtles in Time. I guess a third Ninja Turtles, a number 2 Turtles arcade game. A Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project.
Yep.
Tournament Fighters, Turtles in Time, that's Turtles 4.
Mm-hmm.
Tournament Fighters, Hyperstone Heist, that's the one I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Tournament Fighters again, Fallout of the Foot Clan, Back to the Sewers, Radical Rescue. And then it's got online titles too, so interesting.
It's great. The only things they're missing are the crappy ones, which is great.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing they're really missing is Shredder's Revenge, which looks really good because that's sequel-ish.
It does.
Yeah, so this kind of stuff was. I think this is that fire.
Ooh, look at Chris's comment.
Oh, let me check it out. I got the window covering it. Says the free PC game Rescue Palooza is an amazing fan game that matches up all games levels with over 100 playable characters. What? Wow.
Okay.
So something like that is something we like to hear about. Let me go up here and make sure we address Pedro coming in. What's up, Pedro?
What up,
and here we go. He also says arcade, Game Boy, NES, or NES, SNES, Genesis. That's my childhood right there. So that rescue thing, let me know if you have it up.
I do.
Cool.
Rescue Palooza, or at least this is the GameJolt.com.
Oh, okay, showing it off or something.
I guess. I guess there's. We're not really going to be telling people to go download stuff. Investigate every download you go through.
Yeah, we're not advising you.
We're not advising any of that. So,
we heard from a degenerate in chat that this was cool.
But yeah. So
cool.
You were telling us to get like some.
Well, I didn't tell anybody. I told you in the backstage.
Yeah, you told me in the back.
To tell the people, I wanted to have this thing where we kind of share some moments, our favorite moments from gaming. So if you're in chat, kind of think of some in your history. But Jerry, I hear you got one.
I got 3 of them queued up.
Cool.
It depends.
Share one with us at least.
All right. So this first screenshot, when anyone ever asked me about a moment in video games, it kind of hit me when the first time I hit it was Final Fantasy IX. There's this moment where these 2 characters, Vivi and Zidane, are having a heart-to-heart kind of thing. Now, one of them's a lot younger than the other one and is kind of nervous and scared about the adventure ahead. So the other one's just, the other one's just trying to nudge him along and like encourage him. But there's this whole like boy like, all right, they're basically like side to side taking a pee together, right? And I'm not seeing that done in a game where it's just like 2 dudes taking a pee, having a conversation, right?
Mano a mano.
Right. And it hit me really hard. I was like, that's so cool. It's got so much like kind of just not
so
flavor,
you felt like one of the boys with them.
Yeah. It hit pretty cool because of the way the writing blended in with that moment. And I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, the personality clash right here is so good. But there was this other game that I played a few years ago, Xenogear Chronicles 2. And I thought it looked cool and everything. So I grabbed it. And they have a whole like girl style scene of that. And when I mean that, it's like they're all in a hot tub. Not like sexy or anything, but then one of them's like all right, I'm not joining in this. And they're like, is it that time? And they're like, the confident nod. And then like the scene changes. And I'm like, okay, but see, there was no story in that. There was just, hey, we have this certain thing we got to worry about being female. It's like, I get that, but like throw some story narrative around it. The thing about this moment was that them peeing side to side together was just kind of the opening. The rest of it was the story narrative that came building on top of it. So yeah.
So you're saying they didn't do it as effectively?
Yeah, this is effective. What Xenogears Chronicles 2 did wasn't, and there's a lot that game got way wrong.
I want to point out our chat as we're saying that.
Yeah, for sure.
Coleman did say Out of This World, Another World, and Flashback were both awesome. I know what he's talking about with Out of This World. I know that one, Flashback, I don't know. But Pedro agrees, and he also says to you, I talk to nobody when I pee. I'm Panama Man.
Panama Man.
Yeah. I get it. He's out there on a farm in Panama or something. Dude, it's fun talking to him. If you are not aware, also, guys, I said no shilling, really, but Pedro's got a book, Tropical Magics, was on our show. So go watch the replay on that one. Also, it's just a good-looking book. So go check it out. That's not a shill because I didn't bring up the page or anything. Putin.
Got my Vladimir Putin lavatory spray.
Oh, okay, that's what.
It really smells like shit, so I'm not going to spray it. But
thank God we don't have smell-o-vision because you'd be tormented to us, I'm sure. So I know this is not the direct one I'm talking about, but F-Zero, obviously I've talked about it before, was a big moment for me when I was young. I never owned the game. I talked about this in my design book. Never owned the original. I know this one is the one on GameCube, but the old school SNES F-Zero was my shit. And we loved playing it all the time, and it was like it was just a fun game. And the Mode 7 parallax of the road and the background, you never seen before. It was like seeing Star Fox for the first time with polygons on the ship.
Yeah.
And it kind of blew your mind a little bit. And obviously, I'm making Star Circuit today, so it's held on to me. What I wanted to also bring up, because I want to support indies, is there's a team making pretty much F-Zero all over again, and I watched a guy play it and said it has a great game feel. The graphics are a little bit oversimplified, but this is it. It's called Super Pilot on Steam. I would be playing it right now if I had a PC, but they say it's awesome. It's incredible.
See, I really liked the pod racing Star Wars game on 64 when it came out because something about seeing numbers like 878 kilometer, it's like I'm going super fast and being able to get those Jedi reflexes.
For sure. And I need to have a scene like that in Star Circuit where it's actually on the HUD and you can actually read it.
Hey, good stuff. Welcome.
Heck yeah, good stuff is here. Oliver said the vehicles don't have any tires because the pixel artist didn't want to draw them. Cheers. Isn't that the same thing with Metroid where they needed to make her crawl, but they didn't want to animate her arms and legs moving, so they just made her a ball. And that's the story of the Metroid ball, which is a hilarious story. I love laziness. Laziness, any kind of restriction can be the thing that brings your IP to prominence. But yeah, good stuff. Hale, what's up, dude? I do love watching your show, man. It's so out there. Like I don't think there's anything more out there that I watch.
I've been missing too much of it. I've been working so much on this stuff. I'm usually in bed right before it starts. I hate it. I got to start watching more.
Dude, if you have a second, while I'm talking later on, grab his link and throw it in.
And
but you have your thing here.
We got our
you have to
support, so yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, so check this out. I brought up something similar. Because it relates to kind of comics and manga because it's very inspired by Akira Toriyama. So yeah, that wasn't a moment of mine, but I knew it would be one for you, so I planned ahead.
All right. So this moment, let you go first. Why'd you pick it? What was
Hmm.
going on with you with Chrono Trigger?
Oh well, it's one of those games I never beat it, and so that's one of the things that always haunts me. I need to go back and beat it, but
How far did you
obviously,
get?
um,
Did you
let's
see this
say
part?
no, I never saw this
Oh
part.
shit! All right,
So no worries. I
I'm
even
not
if you
gonna
explain
spoil it.
it, I still want to go and try it. There's multiple endings anyway. Um,
Yeah, yeah. And this is only halfway through the game.
right. I didn't get very.
Yeah,
I played a good amount.
yeah,
However, RPGs are not my thing, so I take them real slow.
yeah, yeah. Uh, no, shit. All right, so halfway through the game, well, there's a lot of good story and time travel stuff happening, the whole time. And you find out in it that this in the future, this creature Lavos who had dug into the planet in prehistoric times, it rises up in the year 1999 and destroys everything, right?
Hmm. Yes.
So your characters decide to time travel and all that and figure this mystery out and then time travel to that moment. This creature rises, Lavos,
Hmm.
and as they're about to just they're fighting it, and obviously they're getting their butts kicked. We got Frog there like laying on the ground, we got
Yeah, I
Magus,
see.
Luca, everyone's basically like down, and the main character Chrono basically throws himself in front of everything to save everything,
Hmm.
essentially dying.
Hero moment.
Hmm. He dies. And it was one of those
So
moments you were like, what? Hold on.
yeah,
If he
yeah. So he
dies,
dies. How's the game go on? That's crazy.
what's the day? Yeah, what's the rest
Yeah.
of the game? I'm not going to tell you that.
Awesome, dude.
I'm not going to tell you that.
I have a
Uh,
feeling it would be in my top 10 because it's not in, but if I beat it, maybe it would be.
yeah.
Um, you guessed that it would be, but you didn't know that I never beat it. So,
No, I
um,
didn't know you hadn't. You hadn't I didn't
Chris
know you
Fisk
hadn't
is
seen this
saying,
part yet. But yeah.
uh, when we address Fast RMX, he says, "Ever play Fast RMX?" Yes, I have. So,
Hmm.
I really dig Fast RMX. It feels very much Star Circuity as
Remember
well.
Jet
Star Circuit,
Moto?
huh?
Remember Jet Moto?
Yes, I do remember Jet Moto.
That
I
was
remember
very
Wipeout
Star
as
Trek.
well, but I think the Super Pilot on Steam is addressing the old school F Zero the best. Um, so, anything else for Chrono as before I address Chris Fisk's comment here?
If anyone hasn't played the games and they want that old nostalgic RPG twist, this is mired and has been since it came out. One of the best video games ever made. It's about 20 hours if you're really punching through it and get to it. There's no fluff. Every side quest just builds onto the story. So just get into it, dig through it, dude. Chrono Cross is coming out as the Radical Dreamers release soon. So
Oh yeah,
I'm all
Chrono
pumped.
Cross, you're right.
Hmm.
Okay, so we have a few here now. Chris Fisk is saying my whoa moment in games is really hit home with Fantasy Star 2, Death of Ni. I don't know, so I don't know how to pronounce, but
Death
years
of me.
before Ni, Knights of Ni. Years before FF7, this was the first main character that dies. That game is so
Hmm.
dark for an RPG. Interesting. So that one, like, you were like, it's more of ahead of its time than like a Death of Aerith.
Eris, yeah,
Eris
Eris,
or Aerith.
Eris,
You're not
Eris,
an Aerither?
Eris. No, I am
Uh,
an Erither, but when I
Aerither.
first played it in the United States, it was translated Eris, so I can't help it.
Yeah. I like Oliver's comment because I'm a Souls guy. I'm going to bring up Elden Ring in a little bit here, but he says my favorite moment in gaming, betting Smog and Ornstein in Dark Souls. Yeah, so that's a double boss battle that I really not am a huge fan of Dark Souls. Like it's really slow, but I did get to that fight, and I know how hard it is, and how amazing it is to like kind of get them to like work against each other.
With the
Um,
gargoyles on the roof.
no. These guys are one guy's giant. He's a giant, fat, like armored dude with
Oh, I
wings.
know which one you're talking about. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and this other
yeah.
guy's a really fast, flying at you, lightning knight, and pretty much when you kill one of them, the other one gets the other one's powers. So you think
Mhm.
you're gonna be tricking the system by beating him one first, then the other, but it doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
the other one gets super powered, regardless. craziness. Um, anywho, that's how it goes.
Anywho.
Anywho, you want to say Coleman's?
King's Quest, Space Quest, Police Quest series are pretty much the whole Sierra Online games were my favorites. They had amazing boxes. I really liked Sierra's company. A lot of the games that they made back then were very fun. King's Quest was great.
Yeah, King's Quest is great. Didn't they do remember like the floppy the 3.5 inch floppy games that were like the Indiana Jones, Star Wars ones that were like top down and symmetric? Like puzzly ones? Who made those?
Maybe.
Maybe someone can look that up. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like Indiana Jones and the machine or something.
I wanted to say that was LucasArts still over there putting out like Full Throttle and the Max stuff. What was the other one? The Skeleton Hotel one. I forget what that. The Fandango or whatever it was called.
Right.
But yeah, like they were mostly all point and click adventures. Yeah. I believe like Sierra Online was different, but they had a whole different type. They attacked everything that they could. I think they did a Myst style game, which I guess is another point and click adventure, but you get things. Septerra Core was a Final Fantasy VII style RPG on the PC. Man, that thing moves so slow though.
Yeah, that's the problem, dude.
Cool for its time.
Yeah,
what's up, Niff?
There's some crazy games in the background of your life that were like moving super slow. Like I said, Dark Souls was super slow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bring up one that was recently one of my favorite moments, and that is from Hollow Knight, which is like an indie game that is very much important to me. It's like my probably number 2 game of all time. I think it beats Super Metroid as beating the best Metroidvania, even surpassing Metroid itself. But that's just my opinion. However, a great moment is this may not be the particular one, but when you first get to this statue, there's a cutscene, and it's the first time you get really a glimpse of Hollow Knight in whole. It's like the statue of this knight at the top of this fountain, and there's a cutscene. So there's not many cutscenes in the game. It's obviously like a 32-bit looking, hand-drawn game. Anyway, you're in this city that is perpetually raining because there's a lake above the city. So, like, the minute you figure all that out and you're like in this ambiance of this kind of rain, if you fall asleep with rain sounds on when you go to bed, you'll love this city. It's like it's perpetually raining. It's super emo, and I feel like that's right up my alley, obviously. But yeah, some great stuff from Hollow Knight, which brought something to mind. This is another little segue. And then we'll just address these comments. Do you know Trent Kanuga?
Yep.
Our good friend, because he's Comic Skate. He's CG adjacent at least. But I have his game that he's working on, Twilight Monk Up, and it's very reminiscent of Hollow Knight. Looks very much like that. Yes. So I think this is it. No, that's more Hollow Knight. It's here somewhere. Down here, F-Zero, Chrono. This. So this is his game. Doesn't that look like Hollow Knight? This is his game, Twilight Monk. Looks very Hollow Knight-esque. He's pulling the same kind of depth of field thing happening.
Yep.
And the minute I see this, I'm like, oh, I'm on board.
Mm-hmm.
So you got me, Trent. Anybody out there, go support Trent. I know he quit his jobs, his like freelance concept art to do his own thing recently. So cool stuff, right?
Yeah, awesome.
Pedro went before said, my whole moment.
Oh, Eternal Darkness. That tripped me out too, dude. Oh,
bringing me back. I got another moment also on the GameCube, but you're right. Eternal Darkness. That first time that like the panic meter or whatever goes all the way up, and like it does the fake computer shutdown.
Yeah. Or the TV's volume goes down, or it turns up. Yeah.
Nuts. That was like, you got to think, this is back in 05, 04, and the internet doesn't exist. Like,
well, Metal Gear Solid, the one on the PlayStation, the first one on the PlayStation, when
Mm,
you're fighting Psycho Mantis.
yeah.
You know, it starts to do things like that where it says, "Oh, you lost all your save data," and so I
The
was like,
thing
"What?
is,
No."
I played that after I knew that happened, so it didn't like affect me as
Oh
much.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So Eternal Darkness was the one that got me.
Mhm.
Damn. So you had Eternal Darkness too, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't think I ever owned it, but I definitely played it with our
And
mutual friend Tommy.
the
Um,
Amnesia PC first person survival horror Amnesia. The
mm,
first one's really good. Second one, all right. But the first one's really good because it's you can't kill anything, so it's strictly just run away, hide, solve puzzles, you know, and try not to go insane in the darkness.
yeah, dude,
So,
Oliver.
I just
Yeah, I feel it.
do you like Castlevania?
um, first off, he was like, yeah, I think he's referring to the Dark Souls guys. Yeah, for sure. It took me forever.
Took two
Um,
days to beat. Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Ouch.
I'm playing Elden Ring right now. Let's just do a little fast forward very quickly.
And I mean
Uh,
that like it takes me months to do it. So
oh
was there
yeah.
sarcasm in that or not? Like took him a
Um,
couple days to beat him. Like does he
couple
do an
days to
hour
beat.
count?
Yeah, took a couple days to beat those two bosses. Yeah, or the two guys.
Oh,
Um,
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
No, he's just talking
yeah.
about the two bosses from Dark Souls.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've
So
been there.
I spent 6 or 7 hours trying to beat one boss in Elden Ring. A stubborn. It's not even the main boss. It's like a side story bullshit boss. I didn't have to do it. I was just it got me with the stubbornness. Um, anyway, weird shit. Chris Fisk agrees. I used to lose my sanity in the game on purpose just to see all the weird stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sure you got another one coming. I know we got other
Oh
people in
yeah.
here,
I
but yeah,
mean, all right. Think about this before you show it. Before you show it, think about
yeah.
this. It's what was the year that Nintendo 64 popped out, and we got a game that popped out on the 64,
Mm,
right? And you stuck it in there, and you were excited because this was the first 3D version of this. And the build up on this is really slow, and I'm gonna work it up a bit. But you just never thought you would be able to experience the game from this perspective before. And when you get through the tutorial part, and your little kid version is like, this game is the best thing I've ever played. And
yeah.
then it sets you out in the open field,
I
and
can
now you
actually
get to
think of
go.
3 games you could be talking about. Um,
Okay.
but
Which ones? Which
uh,
ones? Which one?
well, I think most popularly Mario 64.
Yeah,
Because
that was
it
pretty
was
cool. Yeah,
I
and
think
you got
it
to
I
run
think
around the castle a bit and get
I mean
used to
it
the.
defined platformers from then
Mhm,
on.
mhm.
And similarly, Super 64, I guess maybe. Uh,
Yeah, it was the rings, man. Just flying through those damn rings. I loved it. It's exhilarating.
Dude, those rings, dude, the hardest rings on the planet. Chris Fisk is probably on the money Ocarina of Time. And now I blanked on my third. Jesus, I should have went with mine
Star
first.
Fox, but
Yes,
that.
yes, but
Oh, okay.
it really
It
is
was
real
on
because
3D on the Super Nintendo
how
first.
no, but there's a difference because they made you enable they took you off the tracks,
Yes, yeah, 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 yeah. If you
right?
did
So you could fly
certain
anywhere.
things, yeah,
It was a big deal in
yeah.
certain areas.
Yeah, you had
Anyway,
like three different pathways to beat that game.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was a callback to the original.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You could do
But
the
yeah,
same.
the game I'm obviously talking about, you guys already know what it is. It's Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude.
GoldenEye was good too, dude. And playing multiplayer with your friends was insane. Like, you just don't get that anymore. It's four-way split screen with your
Yeah,
buddies. Oh, dude, you don't get it anymore.
yeah. The next time I had that much fun was probably Halo. Yeah,
Hmm.
like just LAN party style or something like that, Counter Strike or something.
The Star Wars game is pretty cool. Rogue Squadron, I thought that one was good.
Rogue Squadron was good. Shadow
Mhm.
of the Empire
Oh
was
yes, Shadow of the Empire
pretty
was
cool, but really
Shizor.
finicky. Yeah, fighting Boba Fett for the first time, like really. Now that's the Boba Fett I want to
Oh,
watch.
that level hugging the canyon walls the
Yeah,
whole time while these sand
disastrous,
wampas are coming at you. Yeah, it's awful.
dude. I'd rather go back and fight Boba Fett every day of my life than watch the new Fett show.
I
Um,
really liked Dark Forces 2, Jedi Academy. Those were really cool.
oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I remember, yeah, Jedi Outcast. Yeah, I really liked.
Yeah.
Um, these guys agree. Rogue Squadron. Greg says I used to run 16 man Halo LAN party. 16 people. You had that many friends ready to come over. I don't think my mom would have been down with that. But that sounds fun, dude. That's
Yeah,
literally calling it back.
we've had at least like I think we had 5 guys in Kenton's basement one time, all playing Unreal Tournament and Quake LAN
Oh
party.
shit.
That
So, did you have a specific moment with Ocarina of Time, or did
I
you?
explained it right when you get out of the tutorial and
Oh,
you
okay.
step out on the field. This is what it looks like.
This is
Beep.
what it looks
When
like.
you're
Yeah,
and any of you all played it and played it back then, you know this is what you see in your head when you do when I just talked about that moment.
for sure. For me, I think it might have hit me a little bit earlier. To me, the forest area was magical. So just running around that town was like, what? Am I in my body? What is this? So that's where it was for me. I think for Ocarina of Time, if I had to pick a moment, it was immediately booting it up. What's Greg say here? I was an adult during the Halo days. My mom didn't have any say over who came to my apartment. Dude, good for you. It would be really funny if she was like, Greg, you're going to have to reshift your life.
Do that again.
Greg. That's my impression of Greg's mom. You can
Hi,
clip
Greg's
that
mom.
one. We'll make a segment out of it. Okay, so, dude, my big one that I didn't realize it was because I'm not I don't play shooters. I know we just talked about Halo and whatever, but I barely played Halo whenever I had friends
You
around.
just called GoldenEye whatever.
Okay, you're right.
Ouch.
I meant Halo, whatever, Unreal Tournament, whatever, and Counter-Strike, whatever. To me, what changed the game was also a shooter, but this redefined what a shooter was to me, and it's not really it's not first person, so it's not an FPS, but it is still a shooter.
Splatoon.
Huh?
Splatoon.
No, this one, right?
No, I'm just
Here. Oh, because I didn't bring up the window yet.
Oh yes, Dead Space.
So,
Awesome.
Dead Space turned everything on its head, man. I didn't expect it. Everyone booted up that game, just started going for headshots and body shots, and the whole point of the game is to dismember the enemies. Like he's an engineer. He's got pretty much surgical devices he's shooting you with, lasers, and the whole point is to dismember the enemies. And so all of a sudden, you're trying to go for joints and arms and
Limbs.
appendages.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me that was brilliant. Like that's just as big a moment I think as like an Eternal Darkness, or it's like one of those. I wouldn't say it's as big as like Marvel 64 shift changes, but it's up there for sure.
Thief the Dark Project was an awesome first-person shooter and defined the stealth sneaking game. Even before I played Thief 2. I don't think I ever played the first one. And then I played the more recent one that they made, and I was kind of like, that one felt like it was on rails so much. But the second one was like those first two. Like I said, I didn't get to play the first one. The second one,
Dude,
was
I
awesome.
haven't played either. I played the newest one, the bad rated one. It was fun. I still really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun. I just wish I had trudged through it more. I love the
Indeed.
atmosphere too, the dark griminess of it. But yeah, it felt smooth. I think it came out too early. I got to get back to it now that I think of it.
Yeah, I hear you because I really wanted to. I don't know. Like I really wanted to do more with it because like I connect with that kind of stealthiness. I know Splinter Cell and Metal Gear Solid are huge. I got our campaigns up here. We got several. We got much more time, so I'm going to see what else I have in my tabs before I close them out.
Ten times.
Oh, this was interesting. I don't know if you've ever seen Banner Saga, but it's got
Yes.
this. Dude,
Yes.
look how ridiculously good this art is.
Love it.
It's like a freaking sweet painting from I don't know. Looks
Banner Saga 2 came out, I believe, right before I started working on Beckon. And it was games like Bastion, Banner
right.
Saga,
Banner Saga.
Transistor.
Yeah.
These games were coming out, and I was going,
Banner Saga.
I can do this. I can draw this art. I can make indie games like this. And this was also at the tail end peak or right in the hanging hairy middle of Gamergate. And so it was like these were those ones that we were seeing that was just lighting me up. I was like, I can do this.
And they were happened to be the first ones that were like super ultra hits. Meat Boy.
Yes, Super Meat Boy. Yeah,
Super Meat Boy. Banner Saga, like you said, Bastion. What's the other big ones? The one solo guy that made it. The one that with time element. Huh?
Oh, Blink.
Something. Blink or blank, maybe.
Brink.
I can't remember. It's one word. You're
blind?
right. It's like one word.
Fuck. Think about everything but it.
Yeah. Slate? What is it? I don't know what it is. Damn it. We'll have to go look it up.
Braid.
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 There we go. Braid. You got it. I was like, Brig? Yeah, those are the ultra hits. This is way before, like, Hollow Knight's a huge hit now, but when it first happened, it was like inspiring. This is before. I feel like then you had a shot to you stand out, like a real easier shot, because now everybody and their mother makes indie games.
Let's see, Banner Saga and those, that was 2014 through what, 16?
Probably
I think is the era we're talking about.
Maybe 12 to maybe 11 or 12 to 14. 15.
Yeah.
It might be as early as 2010. I just don't know.
Super Meat Boy. Yeah, what was around when Xbox Live first kicked off?
What was around?
Because when
that was Meat Boy. That was Super.
Yeah, when Xbox Live kicked off, that's when indie gamers finally started having a storefront that we could start throwing things to.
Straight up.
And then Meat Boy's kicking off and got real big and everything. It was nuts.
It was huge. Yeah, that documentary that was on Netflix or somewhere that brought up Fez and Super Meat Boy really kind of brought it to the forefront. You're like, oh, I didn't know it was this crazy, how big it got. Chris Fisk also loves Banner Saga's art style. He says, I'm working on a SRPG game based on my comic book, although it's most likely to be a very different art style than Banner. It's cool. It doesn't have to be, but I like Banner Saga because there's nothing like it. They did their own thing. I think it was effective for what it was. It wasn't necessarily my game. I completed about half of the first one, but I would almost play it again just to see the art style in motion again, because it's kind of beautiful in that way.
Yes.
I'm playing Triangle Strategy. Well, I haven't played it, but I bought it, and eventually we'll play it.
I've been playing the demo of that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Straight. I mean, it's Final Fantasy Tactics. I love it.
It's a new age Final Fantasy Tactics for sure. There are a few different mechanics. You know me. I like when turn-based stuff gives you the timer of when your pieces are about to come up, because then I can particularly plan everything out. Fun stuff. So that's pretty much these two. That was Hollow Knight. Oh, I found this cool painting of somebody did for Hollow Knight, which is cool to see in a different art style. So many great. Dude, the best part about Hollow Knight is literally those moments. I could have picked anything, like that city with the tears and the rain. Like that's one of a billion in that game. It's nuts. And then I brought up some Elden Ring art because this is one of the reasons why you like the game. Just look at this. It is incredible. Like the crazy part is this is a game screenshot. It's freaking nuts. So
Damn.
the game doesn't look like super next gen, but the art direction is
Hmm.
probably the best out of the last 5 years. I don't know who designed this castle, but it's nuts. Really good. So oppressive feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Almost,
Insanely impressive.
almost has that brutalism look to it.
Yeah, I know. I don't think this is a gameplay screenshot, but it's a doctored up one, I believe. Um, and still, the
Gnarly.
design and everything is really tight, really cool. I don't even like RPGs a ton. It's action based, so I'm in, but at the
Hmm.
same time, it's very I don't know, just designed well. All I can say.
Sick.
Sick stuff. That's pretty much it. We want to bring up our stuff though. I've got your Beckon page. I don't
Yeah,
have your. You want to have your page up? Bring up your page. That way you
your
can
your page,
your page, bro. I
your
just don't want
page.
to like lead you down a road where I'm like, oh, let's go to your website. You know.
Well, guys, since we're talking about games, let's go to our website.
That's right.
Go to zatestudios.com. We have 3 tabs up there. The first one's just our developer page. The second one's for the game. The third one's for Beck and Recourse. If you want to check out the game, this tab right here takes you right to Steam, right to the store page. You can play the prototype of Beckon right now. Let us know what you think. Dwight's actively working on it and trying to get it to the next stage. And oh my God, is it getting exciting? All of our item systems and stat systems, they're in and they're chugging, and it's great. It's awesome. I'm so
Nice.
excited. Spells are and other things. It's all like everything's coming. Everything's coming. I don't know what, but it's all coming. It's awesome. So if you
Nice.
guys want to get into the comic book, though, Becca Recourse is
You're a little you're slowing down
is
on the
being
screen
worked on
on my
and
end.
coming along the way. Am I stuck? Hold on. What's happening?
Yeah. You may
Joe,
try
what's
to
wrong?
jump out and jump back in. Oh, you're frozen on my end. I don't know if the viewers. Okay, you're back. You're back.
I'm back.
At least you are. There we are. I think we're going.
Am I
Uh,
back?
I believe so. I'm
All
hoping
right.
it
So
was.
what's the last thing you heard?
You said you started to segue to recourse.
Okay, yeah. So Beggar Recourse, guys. If you want to check that out, it's on Indiegogo, the sign up page. Go sign up. Becca Recourse is going to be following a Jiri father who's raising a family in the tree kingdom of Tulabanya. But today, or the day the book is taking place, it's all going to crumble from the heart. From a dark past rises up some betrayal. So go check that out. It's in the vein of Dark Crystal, Neverending Story. If you're interested in what some of that art looked like up close, because everybody's been giving me some good comments on it. Thank you all. It's been great. Can't wait to be finishing this up. And I'm not telling you when that's happening, but it's happening. If you want to check up and keep up with the progress on that, we've got a YouTube channel at Zade Studios. So go check us out. We do streams every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Joe,
Nice.
that's my spiel, buddy.
Hell yeah. While I talk, maybe find yourself a link for your YouTube. Let's get some subs up for this dude.
Yeah.
Um, you stream regularly as hell and deserve some new views. I feel. I agree with Chris Fisk saying RPG is my favorite genre. It's not mine. However, I love it a lot. I really do. When I say I don't really like RPGs. That is, I really do like some, but it's few and far between, and the strategy ones are more my speed. Especially, I don't know, something about I don't know if you've seen the triangle strategy, Chris, but it looks like it's like that 2D kind of pixel art in a 3D environment. I forget what they
Two and a
call it.
half D.
2.5D. Yeah, it's that art style, but the mechanic that really makes triangle strategy work is the backstab. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like this chess move
The
where you
pincer
always,
attacking.
yeah, you want to have all your pieces not always face front. So like a
Yeah.
backstab is always a critical hit. So it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of nice to constantly be moving things around. It's like
And
a
always facing your
physical,
back to the wall.
right?
Yeah.
And you're able to, after you make your move, your attack move, you can the last thing you do is turn the character the direction you want to go or face. So
Mm-hmm.
you can do a lot of different cool stuff. and it's pretty flexible. I heard really good reviews. The story seems a little slow, but I got attached in the demo, so I'm like, I guess I'll really like this thing.
That's what I'm playing right now is just the demo. I can't drop 60 on it yet. I'm trying to go through and be like, yeah, but Skyward Sword's been on there and it ain't gonna drop. They're never gonna drop the price on that thing. So I'm like,
Yeah. Well, I feel like Triangle Strategy is a little. I think it's 50 or something. It's still whatever. It's money.
mm-hmm.
To me, I'm all about new storytelling. I think it's a totally different speed, and that's from Elden Ring. So I'm ready for that to be my cleanser. I'm gonna be like something slow, play it now and again, and get back to really grinding Circuit. Which my update for Star Circuit, segue. We got a backer this week as well. So a straggler. We're getting closer and closer. Under $25 to $20K, guys. I'm gonna freak out.
That's it, dude. Just buy one yourself.
Well, here's the funny part. Here's the funny part. Yeah, I gave a couple family members, a book. So like, if I actually put those through,
get your little brother to buy one. Be like, Mike, buy one. I already got one. Buy one. Why?
Buy one, you asshole.
Because then I'll hit 20K. Yeah, but I already got one. Mike, come on, just buy.
Yeah, dude. Segue. So I really do want it to go to 20K, but if it doesn't, whatever. I'm not gonna force it.
When's it closing?
It'll close either. I thought it was going to be sold out, but the sales for the physical ones, or it just hit or miss what cover people like. So for a long time, I was getting hit with the main covers, and I was like, oh man, I'm going to sell out really quick. But they trailed off, and a lot of people were getting the Kanan cover. Either way, I thought that was going to be the reason, but it will be shifting. I'm finishing the website. I'm shutting down StarCircuitComic.com and moving it to everything under one banner, Veravia Studios. So everything's going to be under there, and there you're going to be able to buy the book directly once I take it down. I just got to set all that up. So we're almost there. It's probably a month away, I'd say.
Well, get it now. Get that number at 20K. Do it.
I will. We do like to do the segue. Doesn't Fraga do the Sega thing on his Fraga? I recently got followed by Fraga because we had a good stream the other day talking about Batman. If you guys want to go hear me and Fraga and Camel Moon talk about the new Batman movie, go check out Well Red's. Huh?
Who? Fraga,
Camel
you
Moon?
and
Camel Moon. It's Camel Knights. Have you seen that stream?
I don't know who he is.
Really? Okay. Yeah, you should go watch his show. He has like Bancroft and Malin used to go on there. I think Malin stopped now. Anyway, good stuff. It was a good convo talking about Batman. However, the news on Star Circuit is pretty cool. I got one scene that I'm moving around, trying to fit where it needs to be, but everything's there, ready to go. I'm doing pretty much the last little touches and trimming. It seems like it's right at 72 pages. I'm going to see if I need any more or any less. So 72 is kind of tentative, but get ready for a gigantic chapter 2. And dude, it's crazy. I was going to give you a sneak peek, but I was like, I can't find exactly what I'm going to look for. I'll give you a sneak peek maybe on Sunday. But yeah, it's killer. You're going to see some new type of scenes, some nuts stuff I'm doing with. I'm literally doing some physical things. You're going to probably have to be turning the book around in odd ways to read the book. It's going to be fun. However, I'm stoked to get it to you guys. But yeah, it's going to take a while to get 72 pages done. And I probably won't start campaigning or planning for the campaign at launch until I'm like halfway. So, and that way I can do the 6-month sign up, get a good chunk done while the sign up's going. So it'll be later, probably this year, probably the very end. Okay, so Chris basically saying, hell yeah, I like them books. Thick. It's the only way I know how to pronounce and say that word.
Joe's going to have the heavies.
Yep, it's going to be that way. You know what I'm kind of disappointed, Jeremy? I don't know if you've got Eric Canetti's book. This might be blasphemy. Have you seen Eric Canetti's book, Arc Athena? His art's great, and I love his stuff in pinups, and I love his art in art books.
Hmm.
But his style in comic storytelling is, um, as Scott McCloud would say in his Understanding Comics books, uh, he pretty much leans toward the intensity side instead of the clarity. And
Hmm.
to me, it doesn't read as clear as I would like. I've gotten lost many, many times reading the first book.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't know if I should. I mean, I have to fault him on it, right? Like, I'm getting lost in the storytelling. So, is that a fault of the art or is that a fault of the writing? Um, what do I say? You know what I mean? Like, it's a weird thing because I love Eric Canetti. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
I've got this secret thing that I've been telling you guys, hinting at a little bit.
mm,
And the way I'm attacking this is something that I could get done art wise in a first draft in a month, like working on the final pages in a month. My biggest issue is going that fast, and I'm going linearly, kind of letting it flow out.
right.
I'm sending you some sneak peeks. I'm sending Noah some stuff. I'm sending some guys some stuff, and some people are praising some pages. Other people are taking those same
Mm,
pages and going, I don't. I'm a little confused about this part right here, about this one. And the other thing is, a lot of you guys are getting it out of context because I'm not making it
right. Well,
linear. Or like,
that's totally
so
different. Like, yours is before an editor has seen it. You're like pretty much letting us be part editing, part editor in a way,
I guess, yeah,
in like a
yeah,
weird way. Just, getting first thoughts, I suppose.
yeah. Just
But that's an
impressions.
editing process.
So when you're talking about storytelling stuff, like some people can follow, like I do
Better.
that with just well done books. I get lost sometimes because I'm still
Yeah.
trying to learn how to read these things exactly, or
Mm.
like what is the artist trying to say with the angles of these panels going towards a focal point, and is he even using that? Like he might be angling everything, but is it pointing to a focal point? If it's not, then why are they angled in such a way? Like
Right.
there's,
Well, there's that. I say directly intensity because that's what it is.
Mhm.
Eric Eric's art is like so good and so like needs to be a painting on itself that
Mhm.
it takes away probably from the story point. Like, it could be pulled back some, less energy, a little bit of less
Mhm.
craziness in every panel to make it easier on some of it. I think he does a great job. Everything's composed incredibly. The art's impeccable. But combine that with it's a team book, so you already have like 15 characters to learn their names of and like
Yeah.
figure out where things are going. I think that stacked on top of the intense art, like it was a fun look through, but I could not get to the point where I was like invested because I was just too lost too many times.
Mhm.
I'll have to do a reread and see if anything gets better. But that's the update on Arc Athena. I'm sorry. I know he's funding book 2 right now. So definitely go check it out. If you love his art, definitely get it. Definitely support him. But you might want to get book 1 and really see if it's for you. I don't know. Like I said, on a second read through, we'll see.
Mhm.
That's it. Um,
Well, yeah.
yeah, well, that's it for Gamer Stream. It was pretty fun talking to everybody about like their favorite games. Um,
Yeah.
really cool to hear everybody's favorite. I mean, gaming is like something that I think everybody relates to in this day and age more than any other. Back in the day, it used to be that thing you got like made fun of for. Like, it used to be the kid thing, and now it's like everybody does it in their 40s. If you have time, if you
Yeah.
have time, you do it. If you don't have time, you gotta drop it, and it's just a luxury. It's just like anything else. Um, really cool times to talk about it. So, Jerm, you got anything
Tangent.
going on this week? We looking forward to anything? You got a stream on Friday though, right?
Stream on Friday. Probably be working on the same image I was last week. Um, like I said, I am working on a smaller thing to try to get that kicked out in a short amount of time. So I'm kind of just coming back to the Beck and Recourse book
Nice.
once or twice a week, going trying to get this one thing done out of my way. It's there. We'll work on perfecting it and, doing the brush ups for it, get a campaign rolling for it. And then and I'm back into this as soon as the art's done for that thing. I'm back into Beckon,
Right.
full stop. So
Yeah, it's going to be cool to see. Obviously, you're working on new pages every week, but hey, I'm glad you're getting back to it.
yeah, I am
Steven,
too, because it's been a while since I've been like into that type of work. And so what's also happening creatively is I'm shotgunning effect. So while I'm doing this more simple art, but strictly story and storytelling,
your
that's taken a
brain.
lot just to get that finished. So everything's storing up. So when I'm done with that and get back full with Beckon, it's gonna blast.
You're gonna take
Blast.
an art dump, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah,
It's
Steven, if
all
you're still here, you missed the sweet gaming talk about like our favorite gaming moments. So definitely, it's probably a good kind of stream to put on in the background while you're just shaving or something. I don't know, shaving your balls. So I wish I never got into video game development. I know the man behind the curtain, and it made me really hate gaming for years. Jeremy and I probably have a different opinion. On my end, I didn't do tons. I know I was in 3D animation and did texturing, and we both worked at a startup, and Jeremy more than me. Um, but I think if I worked in it more and I had to like really depend on it to this day, I would probably be in the same boat. Maybe I should. Maybe I'll get rid of my obsession. Um,
Hey, I'm gonna need you
you know.
for art help later, so don't get on that. Stay to your comments.
Okay. Hear
Don't
ya.
make me fight you from another company.
No.
I'm gonna need art help.
Hell yeah.
No,
No
that's what I'm
worries.
saying. The way Beckon's going, the game wise, is if all the main systems are there and everything's working and functional and testing, then the only thing is content
Creation.
creation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Production, as we
you know,
say.
we'll we're excited. So yeah.
Well, stoked for seeing where it goes. I'm stoked to see where Trent's game goes now that I see it
Mm-hmm.
looks very much like Hollow Knight. I'm stoked for tons of indie developers. There's other games we didn't mention out there, but
Oh yeah, tons of
um,
them. We could be doing
yeah,
this for hours.
yeah, we could probably do another stream or so down the road when we have a
Mm-hmm.
guest. Next week, I believe we're going to have the Long Shots. I know you, though, those collection of guys that are doing a pretty cool thing where you get a bundle of everybody's book, which I think there should be a crack pack bundle eventually. That would be really cool. Get your fix all in one spot would be cool. So I think that's it, Jern. Check out the rewatch if you haven't, if you're just tuning in late, and also follow us on Twitter and YouTube. I'm Catapano Art on Twitter, just in case you don't know. I know my name is not up here. Jeremy, where they can find you?
I'm at Studio Zaid on
Studio
Twitter.
Zaid. And where's Greg at when you need him? Where's Greg's mom at when you need him? Okay, dudes. That's it for this week. We'll see you next week with the long shots. It's been fun. I'll have a stream on Sunday as well. I'll probably talk about Star Circuit and other cool things. But yeah, thanks for watching.
Later, guys.